Hello, you guys. Pastor Ronnie here. I'm just meditating and loving the Word of God this morning. We're working on some of our blog posts, and as I do, I'm thinking about some of you all working with tribal people, unreached people groups in India. I hope that you're listening this morning, Sam. I know that you're getting married in the next little bit, and I want you to know that I love you and I'm praying for you. Sometimes when I'm praying and meditating this morning, I was walking and praying and thinking about some of you special friends and ministry partners and family around the world. I sure love you. And it's an honor and a privilege to be allowed to be partners with you all in the harvest. I've been talking a lot about 1 Kings 16, 17, and 18 recently. We talked about Cherith, the significance of the word Cherith. We talked about Zarephath, the significance of the word Zarephath, and what God did in Elijah's life. And I've been thinking about the journey that Elijah made from Cherith and then to Zarephath, and then he ended up on Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel, the definition was a fruitful place, a place of plenty. He'd been in famine, he'd been in drought, he'd been in hiding, he'd been in uncomfortable places, and God was sustaining him in unusual ways, and it really stretched him. He had him in a pagan land with a Gentile widow woman that sustained him, that she even created a loft, the upper floor of her house, and allowed him to live there. Can you imagine the neighbors and the accusations that surely went forth? There's this Jewish guy down at the widow woman's house, his Zarephath, and what's he doing there? And what's going on there? And she's shacking up with that guy. I guess and all that garbage you can imagine. And but the word of the Lord came. He may have stayed there as much as 3 years during this drought, during this famine, and God supernaturally sustained not only Elijah, but the widow woman and her son that whole time of the drought and the famine. But the word of the Lord came to him. I want you to know, no matter what you're going through, there's no storms that have last forever. There's no droughts that have last forever. There's no famines that have last forever. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel if you're a Christian. And I want you to know that. I want you to hang on to that. I want you to tie a knot in the end of the rope and just hang on if you're going through a storm. Sometimes storms, like the storms that Jesus went through, were unexpected. They're uncomfortable. They're unexplained sometimes. You may never know the reason for the storms you're going through, but they never last forever. And so just hang on, tie a knot in the end of the rope and say, Jesus, I'm not going to let loose of you. I'm holding on to you. You're my source. God bless you. We love you.